Hey, what's going on, guys? This is AndrewChicken and welcome back to another video. And today I just kind of want to get on camera and talk about the channel for a little bit because, well, we're nearing the end of the year now. We just had a massive update for Deadlock a couple of months ago, and, well, as I'm sure many of you who have stuck around over the past year know, I completely switched my content creation strategy from one game to another. That was a pretty big shakeup, and honestly, I'm still trying to find my footing here in the Deadlock community, and that's kind of what I want to talk about in today's video, is what's been going on with the channel the past couple of months, and where I want to potentially take the channel in the future. And I also want your feedback in the comment section down below to many of the things that I'm going to bring up in this video. So, first of all, as you guys know, back in February, my channel underwent a bit of a revolution, and, well, not really one that I necessarily wanted to go through, but one that was kind of forced upon me, because Paladins, on February 6, 2025, died. Basically, the development staff at Evil Mojo got laid off, and the game has not received an update since, and it has been hemorrhaging players. And so that was really when I needed to switch into a different direction. And luckily for me, Deadlock had come out just the last year, and of course Deadlock is still in its closed beta stage, but it is still a very, very fun and still very popular game, all things considered. The amount of players that this game has, despite being a closed beta on Steam that you can't even access without somebody inviting you, is truly impressive. It's crazy how they've been able to do that. And I absolutely love this game. I have had so much fun making content for this game and playing it, and I'm going to continue to do so. But the trouble with switching games, especially after you've been consistently uploading one game for the better part of 5 years, is that, yeah, it's very difficult to regrow your audience, and that's really what I've been trying to do ever since then. And I've been trying a whole bunch of different content strategies since then. Gameplay videos, streams, different stream topics, different gameplay topics, discussion videos, guides, all of that wonderful stuff. And I've had some pretty good success with certain videos, and especially August and September of this year, I saw a very big boost to the channel growth, which was very, very nice. And I also managed to achieve my highest grossing short of all time with over 200,000 views. So that was very, very fun, very, very hopeful. And yeah, it gives me hope that in the future, especially when Deadlock enters a more public state, that my channel will be able to take off even more. But a recent problem that I've been having is that the channel has kind of fallen back into a little bit of a slump. And I think there are a couple of reasons for this. First of all, it's only natural that a couple of months after a major update, the game is going to fall off a little bit. That's just the natural state of things. You know, things get a little bit stale. Drifter and Billy and everybody are no longer really that exciting, right? They've been out for a couple of months now. People have figured out how to play them, so yeah, they're not the new thing anymore. And yeah, that results in a loss of views just across the entire category. The second major thing is that, for some reason, a historical pattern that I've noticed on my channel is that starting around late October in through December, my channel just falls off, and views kind of just go, and it picks up again later the next year, you know, January, February, etc. It just starts accelerating again. But yeah, I don't know what's up with that that view slump around October through December, because for other channels, those months tend to be the best months for their channels. They get a lot of views, and most importantly, ad revenue is especially high this time of year because everyone's buying things for Christmas. But for me, when I was making Paladins content, those months tended to be the worst. And it seems that the pattern is probably going to hold for Deadlock as well. I have noticed that slump in views as well. But the third reason that I am actively exploring, and this is much more experimental, and this is where I'm going to need a lot of feedback from you in the comment section. The third reason that I suspect is that my content might possibly be stale in some areas. Now, there are types of content that I make that are usually guaranteed to do pretty well, and those are usually either update videos or guide videos, and consistently my update videos have been fantastic. One of my highest grossing videos over the past couple of months was an update video. It got like 35,000 views or something like that, absolutely popped off, and hey, it was pretty great for the channel. And then guides usually do tend to fare second best in that regard, and I've had a lot of successful guides reaching 10, 20,000 views. Some of them don't do as hot, they're more in the 4 to 5,000 view range. The recent one I made yesterday, though, at least at the time of recording, it absolutely bombed, and to be quite frank, I have no idea why. Because I put good effort into coming up with catchy titles and thumbnails, and the video topic itself I thought was a pretty good guide for new players, and yet the video is, right now, a 10 out of 10, which means it's doing the worst out of the past 10 videos that I uploaded, by honestly a pretty decent margin too, and I am genuinely confused why. I've spent thousands of hours doing this YouTube game, and yet some things still mystify me. But the area of content that I'm worried is getting most stale is the gameplay side of the content, because, well, gameplay videos tend to be kind of variable in terms of how they perform. Sometimes they do pretty well, but other times I get a consistent batch of just like 2 or 3, 4 gameplay videos in a row that just plop, 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 they suck. And they don't get enough views. And that's really where I'm trying to investigate either injecting new formats into the channel or trying to spruce up the gameplay in ways that make it good and viable for the YouTube algorithm. And so that's where I'm really going to need your help with basically just feedback, what you've thought about certain types of videos versus others, and some of the content that I'm going to suggest in this video going forward. So that's what I want to talk about next, is some of the future content that I've been thinking about. So first, let's talk about an idea that I've recently had the idea of doing on the channel that I actually made a community post about a couple of days ago. And that is the idea of reacting to initiate level gameplay. This would be kind of in a similar style to videos that you might have seen from other creators in other spaces. For example, Flats does this for Marvel Rivals and Overwatch. I'm thinking of doing something similar in Deadlock. Basically, an initiate player sends me their match, hopefully an interesting match with something where they're like, oh, I think I should have won this, or oh, this guy was doing something really weird, or something like that. But then, you know, I spectate the match, I do some mild, entertaining roasting, and I'm not talking about anything toxic, and the person submitting the game would consent to just getting moderately roasted, but then I immediately follow it up with some tips, helpful advice, and try and just have a good time out of it. That's really the idea. So then once I have a bunch of matches to react to, I will boot up a live stream, react to all of them on the stream, and then chop up the best ones into a video. And that's kind of the general idea, and then we'll see how it performs. And based on the results of that community poll, it seems like a lot of you guys want me to at least give this a try. I believe it was like 75% or something like that of people said yes to that poll. So I think we're going to go forward with that content idea. But this means that I need something from you. So if you are an initiate or generally lower rank player, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be initiate. You could be like Arcanist or Alchemist or something like that, and I'll still probably react to your video. I don't know how many match IDs we're exactly even going to get in this trial run, but we'll just have to figure it out as we go along, right? But if you're someone who basically meets those qualifiers, right? And you've got an interesting match that you want me to react to, and you want a little bit of help and friendly advice, then join the Discord server, linked down below. I will have a brand new text chat where you'll be able to send your match ID as well as a description of the match and why you think I should react to it. And so hopefully we'll get some matches in there, and then we can have a stream and sort of create a pilot episode out of this and see where it goes. And if you guys enjoy the content, then I will definitely make more of that. The second idea that I've had is making community-based tier lists, where I'll just boot up a stream and basically, with my Twitch chat and my YouTube chat, create a tier list. And it could be a meta tier list for characters, items, or even some wackier tier lists out there like that. And I plan on doing one of those streams very soon, where we try to create a meta tier list with chat, and I think it should be pretty fun. And I still do have a list of other video ideas that I'm going to be working on over time. Some of these videos will take more time to produce because I have to write a script for them, and then I have to record them, edit them, and all of that generally takes longer to produce than a gameplay video, which is why in general, when it comes to guides and stuff on my channel, you see them more sporadically as opposed to the daily uploads of gameplay videos. But that is the last thing I want to talk about, is gameplay content here on the channel. Because, well, to say it's consistent would be a lie, at least in terms of the quality of the gameplay. And I think this stems from a very core issue that, well, I'm still kind of trying to shake off from my Paladins days, and that's that when I did do Paladins content, I was at the top of my game, right? I have spent so much time in Paladins, I mastered the game, and I could play basically any character pretty well, and I could try out all sorts of goofy strategies if I wanted to, because I was still, I was still at least competent with all of the characters. But in Deadlock, I'm still not at that point yet. I have now spent 1,000 hours in Deadlock, and while I will say I have definitely gotten a lot better at the game over those 1,000 hours, especially with characters that I'm good at, I'm still pretty bad at a lot of the roster, and the last Hero Request stream definitely showcased some of that. My gameplay with characters like Holiday was just not very good, not hitting the spot. And the reason why I'm even playing some of these characters on the stream in the first place is kind of a mix of things. First of all, I do like having variety on the channel, and I'm worried that if I upload too much of the same few characters, that eventually the gameplay content will be stale. And the second major reason is, well, as you guys know, I do hero requests on my stream, where people pay me money, right, they donate, and then I play the character and build that they want. And the bind that I find myself in with these hero request streams is that, conceptually, they are a really good idea. They're great for audience interactivity, I've been doing them for years. And they are also, by far, like, not even close, right? They are the highest earning streams that I make, because they're the only ones that incentivize people to help me keep the lights on. So, I kind of need to do them. But I'm kind of losing my mind doing them a little bit, because sometimes I just get these requests where it's either a build that's blatantly not good, or it's a character that I'm just simply not good enough at to play them well, and then the content kind of just suffers, and then I feel bad because I'm not doing good. And so I'm in a bit of a bind when it comes to these hero requests. And another thing that I did recently was I made another community post just asking what you guys think I could do better on streams. And, well, I got at least a couple of responses that had the general gist of, well, you should just play more things that you actually want to play. And don't do the hero requests as often, and, just play things that you're good at. And I want to do that. But then, another thing is, I kind of struggle to come up with ideas for the same characters after a certain point. There's only so many McGinnis videos I can make, for example. Even though I do enjoy playing her, I have a feeling that if I made, like, 3 or 4 more Gun McGinnis videos in the next month, that would probably get a little stale. And so I'm really struggling to come up with content ideas for these characters, and just in general when it comes to gameplay videos in particular. But I do still have some ideas to spice up the content, two in particular, and if you have any other ideas, I'd love to hear them in the comment section. But the first one is kind of obvious. It's a Road to Eternus series, because I am really close to that now. I am Ascendant 6. I still can't believe that happened. They did this ranked update. I went from Oracle 5 to Ascendant 5, and now I'm Ascendant 6. I am 1 rank away from being Eternus, so I guess it would probably be a kind of short series, although I guess grinding to Eternus 6 would be the next part of that challenge. But yeah, that could potentially be interesting, although it would probably be a lot of the same characters over and over again, playing my best stuff until I reach Eternus 6. The second idea is one that's a little bit of a pain point for me, because the last time I tried it, I didn't complete it. And that is an A to Z challenge. Now, those of you who are around in the Paladins days, remember that towards the end of my Paladins career, I did an A to Z challenge, where the idea was, I play every character in the game from A to Z, and I have to win at least 1 match with every character before I move on. If I lose 3 times with 1 character, then I get a mark against my record, and I want to try and get as few of those as possible. And the idea is, try to complete the challenge in the fewest amount of matches possible. So, that was a pretty fun challenge, but I didn't complete it, because right around the time I got to Nyx, Paladins had to go and freaking die. And so I was like, alright, well, I can't really make any Paladins content anymore. As nice as it would be to finish the series, it's just not the right move for the channel. And so that's when I had to switch to Deadlock content, and I never finished the challenge. For this, I would definitely complete the challenge eventually, and it probably would take a long time, probably a couple of months to actually complete the challenge. And, I mean, yeah, that's okay. It would be a very fun series to do, hopefully, and I don't know if I would do the same challenge restrictions as I did for the Paladins one, or if I would come up with something different, and if you have any ideas for it, again, I'd love to hear it. But, yeah, that could be something fun to try out on the channel, because I'd be playing every character, trying to win one game, from Abrams all the way up to Yamato, so could potentially be pretty fun. One more thing that I want to talk about is the memberships program here on the YouTube channel, which not a lot of people actually know that much about. I don't have very many members on YouTube, and I want to try and change that and gain more members. Now, the people who have been loyally members of this channel for years, I absolutely appreciate, and I want to expand the member benefits in order to entice more people to actually become a member in the first place. So, one thing that I was thinking about that's kind of just been in the back of my mind for a while now is potentially making some kind of members-only content. And what this would look like can definitely change based on what you guys actually want and what would encourage you to become a member of the channel. But basically, something that I was thinking about is possibly doing members-only variety content, or maybe bonus streams, or something of that sort. Now, this would basically be at least one extra video a week, and it would be some kind of either variety content, just based on whatever games I'm enjoying at the moment, or an extra Deadlock video, or maybe even a members-only stream. It's kind of up for grabs, up for debate what that type of content should be, or if I should even do it at all. And so if you think that's interesting to you, if you think you'd purchase a membership if I were to start doing members-only content, then let me know in the comments section down below. And if you have any other things that you might want to see from the channel that would encourage you to become a member, then I'd love to hear those thoughts as well. I do have a lot of membership perks down below for the different price points, but I was thinking that maybe I could add something else to try and get more people to become members, because, well, if I can be directly supported by my audience, then I'll be able to keep doing this for as long as you guys keep supporting me, and you'll just get a bunch of content out of it. So it seems like a good idea to try and grow that. And if you didn't know about the memberships program, which I probably should start also advertising more, yeah, basically beneath the YouTube video, you can click the join button. There are 3 different price points, and you get different perks based on the level that you choose. And the $10 members also get shouted out at the end of every single one of my videos, as I'm sure you've noticed by now. So I'd appreciate it if you would check that out and leave your feedback, of course. But yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to say. So I said that the first time, and then when I was editing the video, I realized that there were actually 2 more things that I wanted to say, so that's why I'm wearing headphones now. But yeah, that basically about sums it up for the channel update for today. So there are a lot of things to discuss in the comments section, and I look forward to reading all of your feedback. And yeah, we'll get back to the regular Deadlock videos and streams soon. But for now, that's basically going to do it. So make sure to like this video if you enjoyed, and also, by the way, if you've been enjoying my content and you've been watching my videos regularly but you haven't actually subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you would please do that, because it actually helps out a ton in just promoting my videos in the algorithm, right? YouTube sees that, oh hey, people are subscribing to this guy, let's show his videos more often, and it really, really helps me out a ton, as well as just the psychological component of seeing number go up makes me happier, and then when I'm happier, the videos are better. So I would really appreciate that. And once again, if you are someone who is initiate or just generally a low rank and you think you're interested in this new pilot episode of, Spectating Initiate players, then please join the Discord server down below, and I will have a channel for you to post any match IDs that you think would be interesting for a video. So yeah, don't forget to do that. Check out the Discord server, do all the YouTube things, and with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all next time. Peace out.